And another thing about Cat Williams, no, no, this is the Hood Stories, Karceno Hood Stories. I think we're on 38, if I'm not mistaken, 38, and we taking it back to the sea, Chicago, Illinois. Yeah. Anyway, we've been out of high school for a long time, and when people are used to being the big man on campus and the spotlights on them in their high school. My buddy didn't go to my high school. He ended up I met him. He was outside of high school by at least 2-3 years. And he was still like a god up there. Like, yeah, man. Because he played football, played on the basketball team. Everybody knew his name. So for him, this was like, I'm going on a vacation. I'm coming back home type thing. Like, I'm coming home, son. So anyway, eventually life happens, He got married, got a couple kids, 2 kids. They got a nice house. He got a great job. But over the years, we go to sports bars, hang out sometimes. And I see him for a little bit, and I don't see him for a while. And I'm wondering, where does he go? What happens to him? I see him, then he disappeared. And all of a sudden, he tells me, man, remember when I was running the block over there on Everhard? Yeah. I was like, I don't know about running the block. I was running the block, son. Telling you, I had people under me. I was a lieutenant. They listen to what I got to say. I was an enforcer and a lieutenant. They knew I was smacking them up, rumbling them. Man, I was in high school, man, I swear. I shouldn't have got married so young. And that's when I realized, oh, okay, maybe he's going through some things at home, and he's trying to relive his youth, So all of a sudden, it's no more talk about Everhard. He's talking about the young kids over there. You remember so-and-so that we used to talk to back in the day that I grew up with? Remember when we was hanging out there at the park and all this and blah, blah, blah? Guess what? He got a son. And his son over there, man, his son calling it. And I'm like, how do you know all this? Like, why are you even involved in what's going on over here with these shorties? What happened is he eventually went back to the old neighborhood to go see the old people. And then he did something uncharacteristic. He got involved. Like, he's hanging out. Like, yeah, what's going on? Yeah, what's up? Whoa, what y'all doing? Y'all blah, 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 moving stuff. And, they like, look, old man, we respect you, OG, but we doing this, we all right over here. We don't need your help. And sure enough, there was an altercation. And one of the altercations, he didn't even know the story fully. And he telling me the story, and I'm like, look, that don't sound like, like your business at all. And that's some stuff I don't even need to know, But what happened is some of the younger guys over there start to lean on the OG, my buddy, to help them out of situations. Like, yeah, we can be like our muscle. So when they doing dirt and doing something shiesty and they get caught, they come on over there to OG so he could try to pull an OG card for them. Like, man, you know us, man. He tripping, man. He's saying I owe him money for that loss, man. They supposed to chalk that up as a loss. I don't supposed to pay that back. They never said I had to pay that back, OG. And he thinking I stole it, man. I told him, man, that got cut up as a loss. I had to dump that and run, OG. So they come up to him like, man, who called it? Man, I know his daddy. He going up there, and then he getting all in the dude face. Man, what you mean you gonna chalk that up? Do you know what I'm do? In 92, this is a loss. These are the rules. In 92, you couldn't do none of this in 92. Stu was like, oh man, listen, I understand what you talking about and everything. I don't think I was born in 92. But this ain't got nothing to do with you, man. He know what he did. It's between me and him. We got to settle up. This ain't got nothing to do with you, old man. You know my dad, that's great. I barely know him. But you got to go, old man. You know, be up the block. So he told the old man to be up the block, and the OG thing came up in him like, dude, how you know you talking to? You know, and this is a guy, my friend is 6'3" and a half. A legitimate 6'3" and a half. Almost 6'4". And he's about 280 some pounds. He played wide receiver when he was in college. High school, same thing. Played on the basketball team, flying down, slam and dunk. You know, that was his thing. He didn't go to my school, went to another school. So his thing was, he used to be the guy, the it guy on campus. You know, big guy at the school where everybody looked up to him. So all the people that he went to school with had kids. And those kids turned out to be rugged because they were still in the hood and they were still doing hood stuff. So this man decided to intervene in business that really didn't concern him. Now he's in a situation where he's checking somebody who's young enough to be his son, whose son is somebody he knows. But this guy, this is his world now. This is his reality. Your reality is somewhere in the northern suburbs, where you have a southern suburbs, southern Illinois, southern parts of Illinois, like Dalton and out there. You got your wife, you got a house, you got a job, you got 2 kids, and you out here on the block. What are you doing? You ain't getting no money out of this. What you doing this for? It just don't make no sense. Spend this time with your kids. If you really want to do something. So, this being said, dude was like, alright, old head. Alright, OG. I'll be back. Left. So he figuring he won. They thinking, yeah, we skated, man. Thanks, OG, man. You got me out of that situation, man. So they go back up to the dude's house where the little shorty was who was working there. They all sitting out there, and he's standing out there. So dude come walking back up. He got his hood on. He got his head down. He walking up. And then his back is to him. My boy back is to him. So dude walk up to him, hood on, hands in his pocket, walking like this. Soon as he turned around, he pulled out, pop, pop, pop. Now he's shot. Down. Boy who he said stole from him, shot him too. Now, this is a story that is 100% true. After the gunshots, he sits up here and goes, man, the hood done changed, bro. The hood done changed, man. I ain't going back over there, man. staying in the crib. Can't believe Shorty shot me, man. He about to throw his life away. He could almost killed me, man. Almost killed me. The doctor said that bullet wasn't resting on my stomach. I was gone. He got shot twice. The first shot went through his shoulder. The other one that hit him landed on his stomach. Because he turned somehow type of way when the bullet went in. I think it went in through like his side or whatever and landed like on his stomach. Like you could almost see the bullet on his stomach. It was, don't even want to hit. You don't want to get shot. It's not like how the movies make it. It's totally a whole disgusting thing. And he was fortunate. He lived. But now you gotta explain to his wife, who's like, what is he doing over there? Who's he seeing? Why is you back on Everhard? Who was you visiting? Like, what did you doing getting into it with kids? You know? And then the other kid who got shot, you know, he's gonna be in a wheelchair for a while. It's not permanent, but he can't walk for right now. But it's not a permanent paralysis. And from what I'm saying, he can walk now, but he's got like a limp. Because this was a few years ago. We talking like 2009. So let this be a prime example. When you graduate out of school and you've made it, they don't want you to come back to the hood. You had your time of reign in the neighborhood. Believe me, remember when you was a shorty in high school and you was on the block? The older guys that was ahead of you, they didn't like the fact you replaced them either. They still tried to hang around and OG it. Yeah, man. Yeah, young blood. Yeah, this and this, but they let you have it. They were gone. Those who stuck around, sticking their nose in the kids' business, most of them end up getting hurt because the game had changed. Now it's even more violent. So to even go in and sticking your nose into other people's business, that's going to lead to more problems. Period. So the educational part of this is, when you out, stay out. You can come back to visit people to say, hey, how you doing on the barbecue, but you ain't got no business on the block getting involved in people's affairs and whatever transactions may be taking place or whatever things, unless that's your family and there's a certain situation where you can come in and resolve it. But if you come in there on some other stuff, they're going to show you what time it is, because now you're threatening their position. You know, these people, they're looked up to too by their people. They have people that look up to them. And if somebody step to them and check them, they know how that makes them look in the streets. One incident like that floats around an entire neighborhood in a matter of seconds. And this is before Twitter and Instagram. This stuff was happening like that. So imagine with social media how fast stuff gonna travel. One thing happened in the hood, the whole hood heard it in about 30 minutes. When we was shorties, period. The whole hood would know. I wouldn't even have to take a foot outside, and I knew everything that happened that day in the neighborhood. So-and-so, this and this, because you got them foot soldiers, man. They traveled. It wasn't, mama, let me get the car. You know, nobody had it. It was like, we on foot. We walking. You know, it was cool. But everybody has a time. When your time is up, be up. It's like when you graduate from high school. The guy that keeps going back to the high school after he graduated to hang out, the new seniors don't like you. Y'all were cool in school. They don't like you up there at the school. Like, dude, you graduated. What you doing up here? Go home. Or go to college or something. What you doing here? Man, I'm just seeing what y'all up to, man. Y'all got out. What's going on? What's up with the teacher, Miss Span? She's dead. You know, like, dude, just gone. You got no place here. They want to see you back. It's their turn. So, Know when your run is over. That's basically the gist of it. And enjoy the rest of your day. I'm out. $5 Tuesdays. You know what time it is.